Orlando here. I was like, listen, okay, I'm not saying Orlando will be a 4th seed, but if everything was turned out right, they was healthy, then yes, I can possibly see it. Their floor is probably
because they're a good defensive team.
Right, they're a good defensive team, and they brought everybody back. So yes, their
continuity is still going to be the same.
They're still in. Of course, I can see them as high as a 4th seed. I said now if they're slugging,
especially with all the parity that has happened in the NBA this year.
Exactly. Indiana, okay, I get they're too low, but Victor Oladipo don't come back until January or February.
Exactly.
He's their superstar. Brooklyn Nets do not have Kevin Durant for a whole year. How did that happen? How did Kyrie look leading the Celtics last year when the year before they was in the Eastern Conference Finals?
And now you got the Celtics way up there where Hayward looked like dog crap.
And they lost Al Horford.
And you're thinking that Kimbo is going to be better than Kyrie.
So, and that's to your point. So you telling me that Kimbo is replacing Al Horford and Kyrie Irving, and they'd be the number 2 seed?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Miami's got Jimmy Butler. They got some talent. They still got Dryers coming out. Is he starting? He's coming out the bench, right? And y'all got
He's probably going to be starting. Okay. But you got everybody minus a couple of guys.
And you got
everybody minus the headache.
Right.
That was
Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside, which is key because you don't have that headache anymore.
Right.
The only guy you lost is Jones. That's it.
Miami still had one of the best benches in the league last year as far as scoring wise.
Exactly. So, all they got rid of was one guy.
Right. And they got a uber talented shooting guard in Tyler Hero who lit up in the summer league that can shoot the ball.
Oh boy, if he's half as good in that season as he was out there, and they're going to have that other kid playing with him too, because he's already said to be going to be on the squad coming in too. But if he can shoot just half that well, if he's coming off the bench or start, I don't care.
Oh yeah, no,
he's going to be great. But with just the addition of Jimmy Butler alone, who is an alpha, who plays defense, who buy into the culture. He's a guy that'll buy in. You send a guy away who didn't buy into anything just because he had one good year. He didn't buy into a lick of anything.
Yeah.
But now you got a guy who buys in, who's going to buy into it.
Right. So
now you've got the guy that you want to. Now you got the guy who going forward, somebody's going to want to come play with him.
Right.
That was the big key. And that's what I told you. I said, you get him, somebody's going to want to come play with him. So now you've got that leeway to bring somebody in next year when you actually have money cleared up.
No, people.
But as far as this year goes, you still have a good team. You got a team that was halfway decent last year.
Yeah.
And now it'll be better because of who you got in there now and who you got rid of. You had a team that barely missed the playoffs.
They just got people.
And now with a guy that you're going to add 5 more wins to that would have got you into the playoffs.
Yeah. No, that's why I say people are sleeping on them, and then Philly's getting upset because how we're the number 3 seed. Well, have Joel Embiid play a full season yet?
Has Joel Embiid play a full season yet? And has Ben Simmons learned to shoot?
We've seen videos of him making jump shots.
Dude, I can make a jump shot in the video, but can you do it in a game? He don't shoot. People are like, well, he's efficient at what he does. And in this day and age, you have to have some type of a shot. Because if no one respects you shooting from a certain distance, they're going to let you have it. And the space that you think you're going to have inside, you're not going to have inside because your one guy is a liability who can't shoot. That was why Jimmy was so effective there, is because Jimmy could shoot. Jimmy took some of the pressure off. You don't have Jimmy no more.
Yeah, so I just worry about, durability with the 76ers. So they like, oh, well, we'll see. Now, the Clippers being 3, they do a lot of load management too. I expect Kawhi Leonard not to play a full season. So, and they're just all about getting there. I still expect the Clippers to still be the favorite on paper.
It's just like Toronto.
Houston, I see this being correct because Houston is a regular season team. They added, Russell Westbrook, but I just how it's going to work in the playoffs. Work in the playoffs.
Because in the playoffs, the way they played ball is just terrible to me when I was watching it in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was like, how does this even work?
Denver's getting
Give it to one guy, let him travel, and then see if he makes a shot.
Yeah. Denver's getting slept on.
Where did Al go?
Al went to the 76ers. So
see that's a good pickup for them because when Embiid goes down, which he will, you'll still have Al there.
Yeah. So that's why I say people sleep on Denver.
Which he will. We're all mad. Yeah. Hey, he will.
People sleeping on Denver as usual. They complain about them being number 2. Denver's really good. They're really, really good, and they got some valuable play balls.
Did no one watch anything last year? Did no one watch anything last year where these teams that are ranked up there are the same exact team that was playing last year?
Yeah.
And did well last year. Mm-hmm. They're not going to go anywhere because they're the same damn team.
Yeah.
You're asking teams that are expecting these guys to gel together to jump teams that have already been established? Mm-hmm. No, that ain't the way it's going to happen.
Yeah. So
these established teams are going to stay where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go a little higher, but they're not going to drop much lower than they were.
Yep.
But God darn, man, people pay a freaking attention.
Yeah. Let's get them on.
This is why I hate looking at all that shit during the off season.
No. Yeah, because people get their feelings.
Get on my nerves about it.
Yeah.
Just like these greatest player conversations we have in the off season and crap like that people have on there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Picking and choosing what stats they want to use to determine who was the greatest player ever. Like the idiot that said LeBron James was a better shooter than Larry Bird is because he made 1,000 more three-pointers than him. He's also took 3,000 more three-pointers than Larry Bird took.
Oh, that's so foolish, man.
Did you know Larry Bird only took 1,000 and something three-pointers in his career?
Wow. He still was very efficient while doing it.
He made like over half, but he only shot 1,000 and something three-pointers. You know how many LeBron James has shot?
Hit me.
4,000.
And they try to justify with that. I tell you, people just nitpick what they want. Yeah.
No, it's just like they say, oh, look, he beat Mike and all this stuff. Okay, he took 4,000 three-pointers. You know how many more three-pointers that was than Michael Jordan? Over 3,000.
Yeah.
You give Mike the same amount of three-point makes or the same amount of shot attempts that LeBron took, and Mike would be way past him. And nevertheless, that Mike played in the best defensive era in the history of the NBA.
Yeah. But they don't take that into account, so.
He scored 32 points a game in the best defensive era in the NBA.
But listen, football's on the way, so we can stop all these basketball and all these hop things.
Hooray!
And stuff like
Thank
that, so.
God I don't have to talk about basketball until Christmas.
Oh, man. So, all right, let's wrap this bad boy up. We
actually have a Christmas game this year on NBA TV.
Yes.
Is it just me, or is Christmas games just going insanely stupid now, and everybody's going to get one here pretty soon? They've got 3 of them on NBA TV.
I'm going to enjoy them all, too.
I saw the slate. I was like, what in the hell?
I sit there and rag on them, but I'll watch them all day, man. I'll be in.
But like the first time we play y'all in Orlando is like next year.
Yes, we don't play y'all for once. Oh, my God.
Yeah, you don't play us until like next year.
Yes.
In like January or something. Because I was looking to see when I would be able to go. And I'm like, oh, usually they do it in the first part of the season. They play Miami. And I was like, what?
They didn't
January.
Do it. They didn't do it. I was like,
I was like, January? February? What the hell?
Right. I was like, wait.
Whatever. But the cool part is, I think it's on a Friday or Saturday.
For sure. We'll definitely plan.
So I'm like, hey, about time. It's on a Friday, not on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I can actually go to this one instead of it being on a Wednesday.
Definitely. All right.
Because every other time I wanted to go to the game because of Dwayne's last year, it was on a Wednesday. And I was like, man, get this shit out of here.
So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and close this bad boy on. Unfortunately, we got some sad news. Cedric Benson passed away in a motorcycle accident. He was 36 years young. And, I know he played for the Bengals and the Texas Longhorn standout. And definitely prayers with him and his family during this tough moment of time that they got to deal with. But I do remember Cedric being one heck of an athlete and fun.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Real fun to watch. So may God rest his soul. So, all right, anything you want to add today, buddy? We're good.
No, we're good.
I know you're.
We just got to figure out when our fantasy draft's going to be.
Yes, I know.
And as the champ, as the under 500 champ of the league,
yes, God,
needs to be soon.
Yeah. We'll definitely figure it out. Hey, you're a busy man, so I gotta make sure.
I'm not that busy to take time out to draft again, so I can beat y'all with an under 500 team.
All right.
Waiver wire moves, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all stay tuned. Like I said, we got to do some fancy stuff. We do some football. I'm sure we'll recap the Gators and the Hurricanes game coming up next week. You can follow
because we still got to do our fantasy cast, which has been requested by someone that listened to us religiously on Twitter. He has requested that we do a fantasy type thing, and I said what we usually do is working into the NFL preview.
Okay.
Yeah. That we do. So it is coming soon. Trust me. We will have it.
Yes. Kevin did reach out to me. I just wasn't prepared, but I get prepared for that, and we'll get that all set up. Maybe we'll invite some.
That'll be next week.
We'll invite some of the fantasy guys on and talk about some fantasy stuff like that. So yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll reach out to a couple people that can kind of come on the show through Skype and see how they draft and their methods.
Yeah, we'll mix it together with our NFL preview like we usually do, where when we talk about a team, we'll go, okay, what guys on here you think we should be looking at the draft and stuff like that. So it will get mixed in. It's coming. I just have to wait on somebody. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
That's right. All right, you can follow me at the podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at @CP.
Kevin C 2415.
You can go to Facebook, type us in the search column there. Balls Not Court. Give us a like, comment, shout. You can also go to our Podomatic page. We're at @CP.podomatic.com. We're on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Windows, Google Play, Anchor, Spotify, and many other sites as well. Or as Kevin like to say,
wherever you listened to us before, just listen to us there again.
Boom. All right, well, that should do it for us. I know Kevin's fiance is probably nagging him now. I'm sure they're probably going to go find something to eat here.
Where are we going? I don't know.
So I'm actually pretty hungry myself, so I got to find something to eat myself around here. So
And be prepared to listen for me to make I'll make a return trip to our buddy Matt Barnes has restarted up the Deep Six Sports podcast has restarted back up. So I will probably be making an appearance pretty soon on there. I know Cortez has helped him out a little bit with some software issues.
Yes.
So he said he's got it all figured out. That probably come next week. They'll be reaching out to me to put me on there, and of course we'll reach out to Matt when it comes time for the NFL things. I know he's wanting to get on and talk about some stuff come football season. So
sweet, yeah. So we'll get that all set up, and
we're doing some cross promotion.
From time to time I still do stuff on Anchor, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that.
Like a music podcast.
Music podcast, yeah. I just felt different, but hey, it was cool. I gotta do a little bit.
Ask me what kind of music I listen to now.
What kind of music you listen to, Kevin?
None.
Straight up sports show. I can validate this. I get in this
Dude, I listen. If I listen to music, it's all the stuff we used to listen to.
There it is.
Like if you come to the wedding and you hear what the DJ plays, that's what I listen to.
There it is. So none of that.
It's old familiar music.
None of that new stuff, huh?
None of that Cardi B or whoever the hell she is or all this madness that these youngins are listening to. I'm old, man. I'm set.
There it is.